Okay.
We are the voices of the streets. We'll take this right on loop, repeat. Laugh along with every joke. Welcome to the Average Blokes.
And welcome back to another smashingly entertaining episode of the Average Blokes podcast.
There you go. Now, if you'd done that right last episode,
yes,
the fade would have worked perfectly.
Correct.
The fade was perfect for you saying that.
Yeah, exactly.
But instead, someone got annoyed.
I mean, that was sarcasm. That was very much sarcasm.
And
No,
it's
that
gone.
was.
This
Yeah,
line's
that
for
just
people
couldn't
who
have.
have money with the bank only. Please step aside.
You should just like clip it to and it's gone because that'd be
I
perfect.
really
also out of
should. I really
context.
should.
Because then, yeah, you don't have to worry
I've thought
about.
I've thought about
context.
that. I have thought
You
about
thought
that.
about it, but
I
that's
thought
as far
about
as you thought about.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, welcome again. Thank you. Round of applause for the host of the podcast. That seems appropriate too, because it's like one or two claps, considering that's what our audience is.
Basically.
One being
Yes,
me,
well,
one
we've
you,
got
one
one
being
view on our latest episode, and I think you said you were watching it, so that means
yeah.
that's
Because I
our
want to
one
make
view.
sure it worked, and it seems to have worked. Thank you to Da Vinci.
And his code.
Yeah, and his Resolve,
Wait,
because it's called Da Vinci Resolve.
is that what the program's called?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't use DaVinci, so how would I know?
You don't
I
have
only
to.
know his art.
I'm familiar with his code.
Yes.
No, you meant yes.
No, you know, I'm not even going to... yes.
That's yeah. See, the problem is I can't stop saying that way of yes when I'm chatting with you. So
Yes. That's true,
Yes.
actually. That's true. That's a good thing.
yes, I mean yes. Dang it, can't.
You know what I'm really annoyed about? I had so many ideas in my head earlier.
And dares.
Mm-hmm. And fuck you. Anyway, I had so many ideas earlier, and now they've just completely gone out the door.
That really got me.
Good, it was meant to.
Gosh, very subliminal. Fuck you. Yes, no.
So I did something the other day. I tried to get around because ad blockers. You know how I said YouTube wasn't working? It's because of ad blocker.
Yeah.
And even when I went to install ad block, like uninstall ad blocker, it even said, "Are you uninstalling us because YouTube is suddenly blocking us, stopping us from blocking their ads?"
It's come woke.
Because what YouTube's finally done, right, which I was expecting ages ago, is they've gone, that's it, nah, we've had enough. We're sick of people blocking our ads. From now on, anyone who blocks our ads can't watch the videos.
Okay.
Which is
Right.
fair enough. I'm like, okay, good. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. So I click on ad blocker and I go, okay, allow ads to play on this website, which you can do with ad blocker. But
Yes.
YouTube's like, no, you still have ad blocker, so we're not going to play videos for you until you remove ad blocker. And I'm sitting there going, it's not blocking the ads anymore. It will you will get your revenue. No, you have ad blocker, therefore no video.
I don't know if this is part of it, but like, so for my iPhone, I can use the Safari version of YouTube and not get any ads whatsoever. And
So
I think it's because I've got pop-up blocker on or something silly.
So to get around it, they're probably working because it's a different operating system with phones.
Yes.
When you access the internet, different type. It's actually a different website in some ways. Different coding. But anyway, so part of the way to get around it is I'm like, okay, I just won't use Chrome. I'll just find the video I want on Chrome and then copy the
URL.
The URL and then put it in. I've actually been using internet, whatever it's called, Microsoft Edge.
Oh, edgy.
Yes. Well, I don't have any other ones installed except for Chrome at the moment. But another way I got around it, which I kind of didn't mean to do, is I downloaded YouTube.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I downloaded, I guess, the YouTube app, Microsoft app. I don't know.
Yeah, this is the thing with now, because like computers now these days are going towards the system of like a tablet. It's like a smart device, basically. So like computers now these days are designed to be used as like a portable tablet type computer. And yeah, they're trying to simplify it, but it's at the same time for me personally, it's stupefying it because I liked how it was before, and now it's all trying to be, this is a smart way to use your computer now. It's like, no thanks.
It is the smart way. It just makes you dumber though because the
I had a
computer's smarter
Microsoft
than
like
you.
in one of my previous jobs, we had a Microsoft smartphone.
Back in
and
my day.
It was the most poxiest thing ever.
Back, my mum. I told my mum not to buy a mic. I'm like, don't buy a Microsoft phone, Judy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy. And she's like, no, it's really good. It's like a computer. And she bought the Microsoft phone. And she said, Troy, after a couple of weeks or
right.
a month or so, she was like, Troy, you're right. This thing is absolutely horrible. And I go, let me have a look at it. And I'm like holding the stylus that it comes with. Because you had to use the stylus because you couldn't use your finger on it.
Oh, that's
your
weird.
finger wouldn't work, or you'd have to use your fingernail. I think.
Ugh, okay.
Yeah, and that's why my mum, whenever she uses my phone or an iPhone, she's like tapping it, and she's like, "Why is it not working?" And I have to grab her finger and go, "Judy, less claw, more paw." Because she's sitting there tapping it with her nail because the first phone she used was a Microsoft phone. And let me put it this way: the Microsoft phone would have been fine, right, if they didn't make it like a computer in the sense that they put a Microsoft a Windows X. I don't even think it was XP. A Windows 7. They put a Windows 7 back then in a phone form. So
was it the Microsoft Lumia?
It was the Microsoft Touch or something, or Microsoft. Okay. Yeah. Microsoft Touch
I think
phone.
That's the one I had for my work phone back in the day.
Was it like a square? Was it like a square thing? No. Yeah. This thing was actually a smartphone.
Nokia. It was a Nokia smartphone with Microsoft on it.
Was it the full screen? Like the phone was the whole screen?
Basically. There was a tiny little bar down the bottom that had buttons.
Did it come with a stylus that popped out?
See, I can't remember if there was a stylus.
See, this one had a stylus that you could put in the side of it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I remember her like trying to use it, and it was like operating a Windows 10. It was like operating Windows 98.
Ugh.
Yeah. It was it was like operating Windows 98 today. Like trying to use Windows 98 in this day and age, where it'd take like a good 5 minutes for the computer to turn on. Like the phone.
Sorry.
It lagged so much with programs and even just making phone calls or typing in numbers.
Yeah. So back in 2013, it must have been a thing because there's an article from 2013 saying Nokia left frustrated by Microsoft's slow window phone.
Yeah, it was absolutely shocking. It was like the worst. It was the slowest phone. Yeah. And it brand new, and it's already like 5 years out of date in speed wise. Yeah. Or even longer than that, like 6 years. It was like buying It was like buying a phone that was already behind by 6 years.
It was only good for like maybe looking at emails. That's about it.
Yeah, and the only reason why anyone would get it is because it came with Microsoft Word and Excel and all that. Then I guess maybe Apple and Android both just put those in after a year or something.
Yeah, that's fair. Highlights. You got any?
Yeah. Look, earlier, after looking at our rates and that, and after seeing like that councilman's thing, I thought to myself, I could be a councilman. I could work for. I said I'm 30 years old and have very little life experience. I could be a councilman. I could run the council.
Yeah, you don't need to be a qualification to lie and frame people.
No, well that's the best. No, that's the best part. You don't even need a qualification to apply. I could put my name on the list and put my vote and get my vote in the ballot, and I reckon I could get people to vote for me. I'm so charismatic like that.
Yes,
because I'd be the loudest guy in the room.
Yeah, look out, Mark Wood. No, what's his name? Jason
And
Wood.
unlike what we've currently got, where like only like 20, I think it's like 20% of the rates in my council. I think it's like 20%. Are putting like 20% of like so $20 out of every $100 towards fixing the roads. I go for the next year we're putting that up to 50%. We'll get the roads fixed. Everything else can follow after that.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. I just realised my highlight. I just realised what I had.
What?
My highlight was all week last week I was in Tasmania, in Hobart, for work. That was nice.
Oh, good.
Hobart is weird. Hobart's so weird. I don't know if we brief. I may have talked about this already, but I can't remember.
You did a little bit.
Oh, we did. We did
a little bit. That's okay, Jackson. Your highlight your highlight for last week can also be your highlight for this week.
Yeah, it's because I haven't released the episode yet, because I was waiting for your audio. Now that yours is released, now I can do it. But yes. So what's my highlight been since then?
I
guess coming home from holiday.
I think you're missing the most important thing, Jackson.
What's
is that I'm back at work.
Oh, and you know what you'd say?
And
I'm
what
happy.
does that mean for yeah, that's right. I'm happy. What does that mean for you?
Yes, more talking times with Troy on the phone.
That's right. I've been calling you a lot lately.
Yes, it's like you got me on speed dial or something. Yes.
I've been calling Courtney too, but I'll call Courtney then you, or I'll call you then Courtney.
Okay. Is that your line of? That's your order of like who you ring?
It's like no, it's no, it's not an order. It's you or Courtney either way.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But because other people, I know Courtney's home now, so I can call her.
Yeah, that's true. She's not going to be going back to work for a while.
Yeah, and have a chat with her. And I know you're home. The only other person I could probably call would be Christian because he works from home a lot, and his work doesn't require him to be like. He's always got his phone on him, and he's always doing other stuff. So it's not his work doesn't require him to be constantly moving and doing stuff with his hands, for example, or typing on a computer so much.
Gotcha.
Like he has not more free time, but more what's the word I'm looking for? Time that can be interrupted.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, there's other people like my mate Joe, like they're constantly on the tools, so you can't. I can't really talk to Joe while he's trying to install a board.
Gotcha. Yeah, fair enough.
Or while he's trying to build a pergola, because that's apparently what the people he's working for are currently doing.
Yep, that makes sense, I guess. Fair enough. I just thought another highlight was I came home from work today and my daughter was kicking a soccer ball. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. It's good.
Oh, that is good, and that is
kicking
cute.
up and down the hallway.
I want to see her bouncing a basketball.
Well, it's funny because she calls the soccer ball a basketball. So I'm like, it's a soccer ball, Savannah, not a basketball.
Really? Why is she
calls
calling
it
the soccer ball a basketball?
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
Do you even use the word basketball in the household that much?
Well, we don't even have a basketball. Like, I don't
That's
think
what
she's
I
been
mean.
exposed to a basketball. I don't
like
know.
she's been exposed to soccer and football more than anything else because you play it, and I imagine you. Do you ever play it on your computer with her there?
I don't
watch
have
it with her.
I do have a soccer game, but I haven't played it in years.
Not the game. I mean the games.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. I haven't watched a soccer game with her. No, I haven't shown her what a soccer game is. No.
Oh, really? That's horrible,
Yeah.
Jackson.
Well,
You're
it's
watching
'cause
them all
soccer
the
season's not on.
time.
Soccer season is currently not really on at the moment. Like the A League doesn't come back until October.
Okay, then what have you been watching? The footy.
Yeah, unfortunately.
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 You're a monster.
Look, when you run out of podcasts to listen to and stuff like that, you just have to resort to.
Oh my god! How have you run out of podcasts, Jackson?
Actually, that's not true. I need to also. Well, you see, we ran out of making content. So yeah, as a wise words from everyone's favorite Pokemon from Gen 3. Fish.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about
just
it.
because we brought it up in conversation earlier doesn't mean it's not a throwback if it's not part of the podcast.
Not at all. Yeah. So speaking of
Snivy.
So speaking of
Snivy.
soccer, I want to play two audio clips. One soccer clip is from a guy being interviewed by a Dutch reporter. I talked to you over the phone about this, but I want to play it to you.
Dutch reporter.
Yeah,
yes, you'll have very good English. Continue.
Yes. So,
It comes down, performances come down to the environment, and we've got a good culture here building at NAC, and I'm hoping that we can continue here. So yeah.
Thanks a lot, and you speak good English.
Cheers, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much.
yes, that guy is a UK-born New Zealander.
No, I was going to say that's how horrible the New Zealand accent is that people who don't have English as their second language think that the person
they sound.
He's like, oh, your English is very good from where you're from. Like I never would have guessed it.
Yeah, I guess Dutch English might be a bit different. Maybe I'm not sure. But speaking of language, now I want to quickly give you context. This clip goes on for a bit longer, but it's worth it. Trust me. There's an Aussie soccer player playing in America in the MLS, Major League Soccer. Mm-hmm. And you know how the C word over there is a bit, derogatory. It's not very. It's frowned upon.
Yes.
Listen to this clip.
Major League Soccer are investigating Australian midfielder Patrick Yazbek for use of abusive language while playing for Nashville SC. He's thought to have called Austin FC midfielder Owen Wolf a cunt.
Yeah.
Now, the incident came during his MLS debut.
On his
ref
debut.
stopped the game for 6 minutes as he spoke to both captains and coaches. Yazbek was then subbed before the game restarted. Well, Nashville have released an official statement. Many Aussies in the replies have come to Yazbek's defence, as you could imagine.
Before we get on to a big discussion about what this means and what we think of it, do you want to hear a few of the replies from Australian people
We're going to do a few, yes.
defending what he's alleged to have said?
Oh, God, that'll be
first
so...
one.
Oh, you
he called one of the
fucking-
Austin FC players a cunt. There you go. Investigation over. Soft league, soft team.
Soft league,
Jake
soft
Buckley,
league.
who I would say, just need to add to you guys, has got the Australian flag in his username.
There you go.
Get over it, cunt.
Yeah. So I was listening to that episode of Football Ramble today, and they brought up this story. I'm like, oh, what's going on with the MLS and this Aussie guy? And yeah, apparently because he called a guy the C word, and then when they released a statement saying, "Oh, we're investigating," obviously a lot of Aussies got.
I just find it so funny. If I ever talk to an American person or a British person or someone who's like, "Well, do you guys use that word a lot?" I'll show them that clip of that MP. He's like, oh, who's in the middle of Parliament. He's like, "Oh, you're absolute cunt," and sits down.
Yeah. So I was talking to the guys in the Discord saying, "Oh, there goes our freedom of speech,"
So
and I'm
I
like. And the other point was I'm going to say, this is what the US are like when Australians are trying to take their jobs. Oh, I can't say where he's from, because obviously we say it like it's no problem, but like, yeah, nah. He said the C word, it's geography. We have to ban him, criminalize it, you know.
I got a question for you. So, because it is a rude word.
Yes, it is very rude to the English language.
It's not very popular. It's not very.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not very.
just don't
It's not very
say it to
kosher.
them.
It's not kosher. It's not something a proper gentleman would say.
It's not very demure or mindful.
My dude, boy, how could you use such vulgar language?
You should not have
Jackson, I have a
such-
question. Would you consider, since it's used so broadly in our country, would you consider it to be a slur or not?
I would consider it to be in the Oxford Dictionary.
Yes, it is in the Oxford Dictionary. That is a fact.
The Aussie
It is,
version.
that is a word.
Because I briefly looked up the history, like who invented the word.
Sorry, the history of cunt. Courtney's going to hate me because Courtney hates it when I use the word.
Yeah, no, don't blame
you,
her for
Courtney.
thinking that. There was apparently a Hindu.
But
Sorry.
she considers the word bastard to be what is it, Courtney?
Bastardization.
It's a swear word. Bastard's a swear word.
Yeah, I've had this chat with my mother when I was younger, and I was like, I don't think it's really a swear word.
I don't think bastard is a swear word at this point. Like, it's really
in
not.
UK, it's not. In the UK, it's not. They say
It's
it like we
definitely
say C word all the time.
Yeah. Like, is that what...
You beautiful bastard.
Because when you think about it, right, we've got, like, everyone, tradies use it all the time. People use it all the time. Women use it all the time, not just men. You know, I've heard plenty of women say, "You're an absolute cunt," you know that? We've had politicians use the word, but I guarantee you, if we were actually monetizing this YouTube video, it would get flagged for something.
But not in Australia, YouTube.
I think it
Australia
would.
YouTube be fine.
There's no such. I wish there was Australian YouTube, but there's not Australian YouTube.
Imagine if that was a thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like in America, our videos get blocked, but in Australia, nothing wrong with this.
I mean, I certainly know that we get like it. They certainly YouTube like sends your videos to more demographic that you are in. So if you live in the UK, you're more likely to get UK and European videos. And vice versa. In Australia, you're more likely to get Australian videos or YouTubers who are Australian. Although, because YouTube in general is American and Americanized and it's an American company, a lot of it's more American-based content.
Yeah.
But you still get like a lot of British people, a lot of Australian people and all that. But you don't get like, for example, here, we don't get South Korean YouTube stuff or anything like that, or Japanese YouTube stuff.
No, that's right.
Although there is actually, now that I say that, there is this one Japanese channel that I'm subscribed to that recently, there was that guy who's 30 and homeless.
Okay.
And let me tell you something, this guy makes the Japanese homeless life look pretty sweet.
Yeah, I don't think they frown upon homelessness as much, but
they don't really. But so this guy was apparently he worked in real estate.
Okay.
But he got sick of obviously the 9 to 5 and all that, having to pay ridiculous amounts for his apartment and all this other stuff. So he went, you know what, screw it, I'm just going to go homeless. And so he actually travels around Japan just on his skateboard or on his what's the other, longboard?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He travels around Japan on his longboard and just stays at those. I'm not even sure if they're called hotels, but they're stay in
bed and breakfast.
No, I'll tell you what, this is pretty good for bed and breakfast because you get you don't get a personal room, obviously, but you get a small, one of his videos was about him staying at one of these motels, I guess, or hotels. And it's literally, they just give you a little box room. It's not even a room, it's just a little private area.
Yeah.
What's that? Yeah, they give you a little cubicle with a computer and TV. And just a futon, and right. it's $10 a night, right? So he spends the night there. He buys $7 worth. He gets a full meal for $7. And while he's there, he's reading. He gets to read manga. He can play video games. He can do whatever. And then when he's done there, he just moves on to he just skates to the next town or moves to the next town. The last video I watched, right? He set up a tent in the middle of this park, and he put a sign saying not staying, just traveling, and he put a little one of those little square hat sign things. You know the Chinese farmers?
Yeah. The straw hats.
They got the straw hats, the round straw hats with the Q-tip at the top.
No.
Yeah. The cylinder. What is it called? Not cylinder, but
it's like a triangle pyramid type.
I forget what the shape's called.
A cylindric triangle.
Yeah, a cone. Thank you. It's a cone.
Yeah, that one.
It's basically. Anyway, he set up his tent in the area where there was light. Usually he puts it to the side in the shadows where it's out of the way. But this time he thought, it's probably safer if I put it in the light, right? And he put a little sign to let people know that, he was only staying there temporarily. And within it's 8 o'clock at night, he gets a knock on his tent at 9 o'clock at night, and it's the police. Just asking what he's doing there, and he gives him his ID, tells him what he's doing and how he's homeless and or how he's traveling and basically homeless, and he doesn't work, but he gets an income from YouTube.
So yeah.
But he makes it look fun.
Yeah, I guess in Japan there's a bit more of a welcoming to that kind of behavior. It's not hurting anyone. It's not.
Look, let's put it this way. It's something I'd do when I was 20 and 21. Yeah. I mean, I personally wouldn't do it, but it's something I can imagine a 20, 21-year-old doing, maybe 23 or 4. But this guy is 30. But he's just sick of the office 9 to 5 sort of working thing.
Yeah, that's fair. I forgot to click this one earlier, but going back on the topic of language and sports,
that's my problem.
It's not really anyone's problem. It's just this one involves rugby players. Now, rugby players are pretty stupid. They drink their own piss. It's fact.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, there was a rugby league player who do you know what bubbling is?
Do I look like I know what bubbling is?
Basically, this. Yes.
Yes. Of course.
Jackson, this rugby player.
Of course, I know what bubbling is.
This rugby player was filmed at a urinal in a pub, and
what happened?
I'm glad you asked. The video of him filming, he's literally aiming high with his pee-pee, and he's drinking his urine, and that's where the bubbling came from.
Lovely.
Bubbling ones came from.
But
anyway, that's not the thing I'm saying. So this rugby player, it's a state of origin that just won, and this is what he has to say.
So he's from Queensland.
Yes.
Of course,
victory on Monday night. You may have all seen Sam Thaiday said this in his post-match interview.
How was that, Sam? Yeah, it was a bit like losing your virginity. It wasn't very nice, but we got the job done.
Well, it certainly caused a few headlines, to the point where the great coach Wayne was forced to comment on it.
Do you like to see that Sam is that way, though? I mean, he doesn't seem to have that kind of...
Well, Sam said that to me about 2 months ago, and I thought to myself, I should have said something to him. I thought, Sam, you say that publicly, they'll come all over you.
Yeah, rugby players and stuff. So be careful what you say, because they might come all over you. Should totally come here.
I fucking hate Australian culture.
We're the worst.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, okay, I can do with that shortly. Okay, pausing.
That's not how this works. Jackson, that's not how this works. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Wow, this guy's a super white knight.
I guess we're paused then. Well, Courtney, we're paused at the moment because Jackson's got to do something for Letitia. So, anything you want me to do or want to tell me? Yeah, fair enough. I figured it would be fine because you're not exactly naked or anything. All right. Do you want me to do them? After this? Oh, you look so cute, Smoke. Courtney, have you seen the cat? Look, she's. I don't even know how she's sleeping like that. She is a shadow. I could go for that Biscoff and toast. You don't have to. I can do it later. All right, fair enough. I'll do it later then. That's fine. Fair enough. Jackson, while you're editing, because he's going to see this while he's editing, I can play this again.
Wow, this guy's a super white knight.
Man, Jackson, you should listen to after you leave.
Yes.
It was a riveting conversation.
Oh, I'm sure. Was it about?
Yeah, first thing I did as soon as you took off your headphones, I played this.
Wow, this guy's a super white knight.
And I thought it was actually kind of appropriate.
Super duper white knight, thank you. Yes. So, rugby players,
anyway,
not very educated.
I'd say that was the best way to play that out. That was definitely a very clever little pun to fix the situation. Now, if only we could do that now if only our politicians could do that with what they've done to the unions.
If only they had soundboards.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. Yes.
What would be fixed with soundboards?
All the trainees are protesting, and you just have the politician go, "What happened?" Do you know about that? Do you know about this? I didn't find out until like yesterday.
So I heard a funny joke about apparently the CFMU all the people went on strike.
Yep.
And then someone made the comical remark about watch them go withdraw $400 from the pub.
Oh, it was so funny. The news article, the news guy's like, some of them retired early to the pub. Some protesters decided to call it early and go to the pub, and it showed like a bunch of them just sitting at the outside area of the pub with beers.
It's so weird because there was a clip from even for some reason Brisbane protested.
Yeah, every state they had people for what was it? What union was it?
CFMU.
CFMU. That's right.
Forestry. Something. I don't know.
I don't remember. You're not part of the union, are you?
No, we're part of the ETU, Electrical Trades Union.
Oh, you're actually part of a union.
I'm not personally, but that's the electrical one.
That's the one. Why aren't you part of the union? Just out of curiosity.
I don't think my company is part of the ETU because my work is different compared to theirs.
It's not really. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Well, it's also because you don't really work. You don't work in. What you're currently doing isn't industrial commercial trade work, is it? Or
not really, no.
Yeah, or domestic either. It's not really. It's not. It's sort of in a different category.
It's not installation.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But so because my mate he had to join. Maybe he should. He's probably still part of the union, but he had to join the union when he started working for the company that he now went under.
Mhm.
But he was working for this company, and the moment he started working for them, he was basically forced to join the union.
Mhm.
Like he wasn't. I think it was you have to join if you're going to start working for our company. But I'm actually curious about why they actually, because they claim that the leaders of this union were involved in underground stuff and bikie, like working with bikies or something, and some sort of illegal trades and all that. And to be completely honest, I don't think I can imagine that because there's a lot of dodgy stuff going on in the construction industry.
Yeah,
there's so much dodgy stuff going on.
So I saw a clip from Brisbane's
But I don't
rally,
know. Mhm.
and there were a bunch of Kiwis doing the haka.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip. Yeah,
Like, oh yeah, that's what I wanted to protest. Do the haka. Really get the message across.
It was quite every person that the news people interviewed. They're like, oh, what do you think of? Do you think this is like what basically? Do you think they should get rid of the leaders or get rid of them of this union? It's like. And every single person's response was basically, look at all the people around you. We didn't want this, essentially. Like all these people didn't want this. And I'm sitting there going, look, I'm sure you guys didn't want this, but when every single one of you is wearing the union like a union shirt, I'm sitting there going, you might be a little bit biased.
just a wee bit.
Just a wee bit biased. Like, is this? I want to know if this stuff about the leaders of CFMU,
yeah.
If they're actually if they've been helping out with some sort of legal shit, in which case they should be punished and they should be removed and they should be replaced with people. They shouldn't be replaced with government people. They should be replaced with other people.
The
other
tradies. The guy who was leader, Jonathan.
Representatives.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name, but the guy who used to be part of the leader of the CFMU, he quit not too long ago.
Yeah, he had a mate who was part of a biker gang or something.
Yeah, so I can't remember his name, but
or he stood up for someone.
Yeah, couldn't tell you. But
was it biker gangs or are they just using that as a broad term?
There was bikie relations, I believe. Labour blast Greens for grandstanding at CFMU anti-Albanese protest.
Oh yeah, apparently one group made him look like a bloody gave him the Hitler mustache, and the Jewish community were apparently furious about it, or something. And I'm sitting there going, they're comparing him to Hitler. They're not.
Yes.
They're not.
Yeah,
pro
I just saw the photo of the protest they used.
I can't see the photo because it got blurred. The news blurred it. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Yeah, that actually looks better.
They called him Albanazi.
Yeah, that's right. I could make that out when I watched the Channel 7 or Channel 10. I'm not sure who it was, but when I watched the video, I could make out the Albanazi. That's just really funny.
So it stands for Construction, Forestry and Maritime Employees.
Mm-hmm.
Who the frick are the maritime employees? Is it like dock workers or something stupid?
Maritime employees, dock workers. Oh, yeah, that would be dock workers.
Okay.
That would be like docklands and all that. And people doing shipping container travel.
Port Melbourne, yes.
Poor Albanese, he can't get a break.
The guy, the current national president, I'm not sure if this is Queensland or anything, but it looks like a WWE or WWF kind of guy. He's got a goofy looking head.
Do you feel what?
Anyway, the goofy looking face. He looks like he's from like the Attitude Era of WWF. But anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, so while we're on protests and all that, I watched a video where a guy was talking about censorship and different protests and stuff, and he talked about the South Park episode where they made fun of China, and that got South Park banned in China.
I mean, of course.
He keeps bringing up he's like, oh, on this day, absolutely nothing happened at all. outside their Tiananmen Square.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, remember that nothing happened at Tiananmen Square ever.
Nothing.
And I was like, I'm really curious. What actually happened? What was this thing?
Yeah.
And they talk about that there was this student protest in China, that got basically a lot of people got killed, but the government stepped in and killed a bunch of these people just to stop the protests. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm glad that's not happening here. But because I clicked on that video, which leads me to watching more videos about other stuff going around in the world, it brought me to another video where it's got people, modern day young Chinese people, have figured out how to protest against their government in the most cleverest way. They're doing the same thing everyone else is also complaining about, like younger millennials and Gen Zers are doing, and they're not working very hard.
Damn.
So to protest the government, what young Chinese people are doing is they're not working.
That's hard.
They're not working. They're not working hard. They're not working at all. If they are working, they're not trying to progress in the position they're in, because they're sitting there going, "What's the point?"
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
If our government can step in and just destroy whatever business we've built or whatever happens, what's the point of actually trying to like establish a thing? So they've created. Because I clicked on that and watched that article, I then watched another a 60-minute thing about how millennials are lazy.
Oh, of course, I like to hear
Apparently,
this.
millennials are lazy. Yes, because
the most ironic thing would be if a millennial wrote that. That'd be
hilarious. Because
very funny.
It was titled "Millennials are lazy," but it was a clickbaity thing, and it was basically explaining that that millennials want flexible work hours.
Of course, they do,
and that's a bad thing.
Yeah, because that goes against the grain of what society has been growing up to this point. How you should work 9 to 5 only, and you can only have so many of coffee breaks and yeah.
Do you know what I find very, very funny, right? So
what's that?
If I didn't work, I'd go stir crazy. If I wasn't doing any kind of job,
would after having a child now at home.
It'd be so horrible. Like I've thought multiple times if I lost my job or if anything like that, and I'd be like, I've calculated. I'm sitting there going, yeah, I'd be right for actually quite a few years.
This is fine.
We'd be fine if I didn't work. And worst case scenario, Courtney could go back to work if we were desperate, and I'd have to look after the kid. But I'm sitting there going like, I would not. Even if that was the case, I'd go completely bonkers. I'd have to be doing something. And the problem is, I'm not very good at doing stuff.
No.
I mean, I'm not very good at. So some people are just switched on, and even if they're not working, they're working. Like my mate Joe, for example, even when he's not doing carpentry work in the city or installing windows or whatever he does now, he's at home pulling up tiles and installing new tiles and breaking down walls and pulling down pergolas and stuff like that, and renovating his house.
Okay.
And I'm just sitting there going, I don't know how you can do that. I don't know how you can bust your ass all day at work and then come home and then continue to do stuff.
Did you know that the Australian Institute of Family Studies did a report in 2017, the current position or place in society of the stay-at-home dad?
Well, yeah. Tell me about the stay-at-home dad, because that was my dream job at one point, but I'm starting to think maybe that's not the best idea.
Some key points quickly, just to go over the overview. Mm-hmm. So this was 7 years ago, obviously, this report, so obviously things might be slightly different now.
Hold on a second. Hold on. If only my wife was a breadwinner and made lots of money. That way I could stay at home and look after the kid.
Did you say breadwinner?
Breadwinner, that's right. Do you know what a breadwinner gets?
Bread?
Yep. What are you doing? We're in the middle of something.
Bread.
That'd be now would be a good time to start, because then you get time and a half.
Breadwinner. A person who earns money to support their family, typical the sole one.
Oh. They're what? How's he? Is he asleep or? That's a good idea. Hand me the baby so he wakes up.
Wake me up. Can't wake up.
Me. Let's put him at the camera. Wake me up inside. Can't wake up.
So stay at home. Okay. See ya. Huh? No, Dory.
Evanescence is probably the only female band / singer I actually like.
I mean, that's fair enough, I guess.
Well, there's not very many that are like that.
No, there's not. Stay-at-home fathering is not a common approach in Australia.
Definitely not.
Stay-at-home father families are very diverse. They include fathers who are looking for work and those who are not, and mothers who are working part-time and mothers who are working full-time.
Or not.
I know, right? Stay-at-home father families tend not to have a lot in common with stay-at-home mother families.
And it's gone!
Children tend to be older, and mothers still take on much of the caring and household work, even if fathers have increased responsibility for childcare. And last point, while stay-at-home father families are, not surprisingly, supportive of fathers caring and mothers earning, there is a considerable support for the arrangement across the parenting spectrum.
What does all that mean?
I don't know. Google it, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I'm out, guys.
Yeah,
this is what's cool now. I think I'm done.
That's something I'm done. I think
No.
that was good.
Okay, so let me put it this way. If I was a stay-at-home dad, like, I wouldn't be able to just sit around, like, look after the kid and then do dishes and do washing and just do general house stuff and whatnot. I'd have to, like, get on my computer and make YouTube videos, for example, or go in the shed and build something.
Just build something.
I'd have to, no, it's literally do it. Just do it.
Make your dreams come dreams. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, no, that's a bit silly.
But anyway, yeah, so I learnt that young people are lazy.
Yes.
And all I can say is, like, how often did... Oh, yeah, especially in China, because get this, right? China have a it's like they have a 996 week or something.
Okay.
So basically they work 12-hour days most of the time and 6 days a week. And even though they're not expected to work, well, even though they're not, like, legally they don't have to work 12-hour days, they can work the standard 8, it's expected that they do.
Yeah.
And all I can say about that is, how could you find? Of course, they're not having more kids when they don't even have time to date anyone. Like, imagine only having one day off a week; it'd drive me insane.
No, just definitely.
Like, I've done it before. I've worked plenty of, like, Saturdays. But man, did I hate it! I hated working Saturdays. And then I talked to other people who were like, "No, I can't." Like, a guy who used to work for our company, the ex-footballer
yes.
I told you about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He used to work Saturdays, and I said to him, "Why do you work Saturdays?" And he goes, "I got nothing better to do." And all I can think of, what, you can't spend time with your kids or your wife, or go out and do something, like, or just sit around and relax. Like, I don't understand how anyone would be that, like, how can you be that bored or that, like, out of it?
Oh, don't worry. There end up being things for you to do in the end. Don't worry. Your kids will keep it, like your son now. He's only 1 month old, nearly 2 months. But when he gets a bit older, he'll get more demanding, and then you'll start losing your hair. Actually, no, that's really true.
I tried to burp him earlier today, right? And I haven't done it in like 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. Actually, it was close to 2. But I like to put his, like, you know, like pull him back and forth and up and down and that. And I went to do it this time, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, what? You're so freaking heavy! Like, what the heck happened?"
Who's been feeding you?
Oh yeah, that's right. You put on like 2 kilos or something.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah, it's common.
Yeah,
it's normal.
What happened? Oh, he fed milk.
Normal. That's right. But yes, it was quite interesting. Let's put it that way.
Yes. Yeah, that's fair. So I was going to play this next clip. I was going to play. Mm-hmm. This is what happens. This next clip
I can't believe. I really wish we were a video format because your face just like froze.
Troy?
Oh, Jackson. Oh, Jackson. No, you're faking it. I can see.
Damn it. Okay, all right then. The Bleaky gave it away.
No, it was the sound you were making.
Oh, rats.
So that was the clip, yeah?
Yes. No, that wasn't. This clip is a result of sitting on the toilet for too long and going through Facebook Reels.
That's not.
Can you
That's
please
good.
take my clothes off?
No, I did it yesterday.
Can you please take my clothes off?
No, I'm tired.
Aim, for God's sake, will you please take my clothes
No,
off?
it's not fair. You always wear my clothes. You wear my clothes. It's not fair.
It's the slam at the door at the very end that got me too.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Can I need to do something real quick. Can you Good. I'm just gonna switch you so you're on speaker. So oh wait, I got to do it manually. Hold on. This is very important, Jackson.
Okay.
I need to click. I need to click on this. It won't matter if I go to speaker. All right, say something.
Something.
There we go. Can you play that clip again, Jackson? But Courtney, come here for a sec.
Can you please take my clothes off?
No, I did it yesterday.
Can you please take my clothes off?
No, I'm tired.
Aim, for God's sake, will you please take my clothes
No,
off?
it's not fair. You always wear my clothes. You wear my clothes. It's not fair.
Did you hear that, Courtney?
It's not fair, Courtney. You always take off my clothes. Why can't I take off your clothes? No, I don't know how it works. It's not fair.
I don't want you wearing dresses, Troy.
Oops. What do you mean you don't want me wearing dresses? It's not fair. I don't get to wear your clothes.
I did it yesterday. It's not fair.
It's not fair.
I was like his name because it's.
It's not fair. You don't wear any sexy clothes. You wear normal plain clothes all the
Aim,
time.
for crying out loud, please take off my clothes. It's not fair.
You never take off my clothes.
Stop wearing my clothes. No.
Where did you find that clip?
Facebook Reels. It's annoying.
Also, Jackson, by the way.
There was more, but I limited myself.
Yeah, but by the way.
Wow, this guy's a super white knight.
What happened?
I'll tell you what happened. I was on Facebook, and I went through some reels, and I thought that was funny. I'll save it for the podcast. And that doesn't sound like Mickey Mouse at all.
It's just true. It's quite funny because I've said to Courtney, like, why don't you wear some sexy clothes? And she goes, well, you can buy some for me. And I'm sitting there going, I'm not buying you sexy clothes. You can buy your own sexy clothes.
Oh, we have sexy clothes at home. Sexy clothes at home.
I have sexy clothes at home.
It's called pajamas.
I have a pair of underwear that say, it's a Merry Christmas pair.
It says ho 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 on it.
It does. That's actually what it says. It says ho ho ho, Merry Christmas.
Of course it does.
And it's and the funny thing is they're tradie underwear.
Ugh, that's so depressing.
The brand tradie.
Do you know what bloody that brand is so annoying?
What the the Big W brand.
Yeah, is it Big W? I thought they were their own brand.
It was Big W. Well, they're their own brand, but they're sold. You buy them at Kmart and all that.
They do so much crap.
I know. It's very, and it's not even some of the, but their clothes aren't too, or their stuff isn't too bad. Like that's why I buy it.
Yeah.
Like their socks aren't the best. I prefer hike socks, but that's let's not get into let's not talk about things that people who are 30, which I am, talk about. Let's talk about something else. I want to relive my youth. That's right. Black Con, Wukon Black, whatever it's called, came out.
No,
did you hear about that?
Wait, what?
The Chinese video game. Well, it's the new Dark Souls. It's a new Dark Souls game, basically, but it was made by a Chinese company.
Okay.
It's been all over the internet.
Because the thing I was going to say about tradie is they've even got energy drinks, right? I don't know if you've seen them.
What, the brand?
Yeah, so tradie got energy drinks.
Let me look this up.
It's basically it's like their version of Prime, essentially.
Yeah, of course it is. Well,
but they also have beer,
protein water drinks, bulk nutrition.
This is tradie on. I'm not sure.
I spelt tradie wrong. I spelt it tradie as in trading. Oh, what the Dick Smith? Why is Dick Smith?
Wait, what?
I can bulk buy a 12-pack from Dick Smith.
Okay.
Why is Dick Smith selling? I know they're now an online store, but this makes no sense. Oh my goodness. Why does this look like... Okay, so this is the first time I've looked at Dick Smith, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I'm looking at Kogan.
Yeah. Well, didn't Kogan buy out Dick Smith?
Probably.
Try to?
Oh, I would not be surprised. I'm looking at... This is Kogan. Free shipping with first. I'm pretty sure this is Kogan. What's first? Membership trial. Fuck me. Another fucking membership. I swear to...
Are you trying to log into a news article?
No. I'm annoyed because every single thing is... I'm getting really sick of subscription-based stuff.
Yeah, there was... funny you should mention that because there was a report about the ACA was finding that a lot of people subscribe to services that they don't actually need or want.
Why the fuck would I get a Dick Smith subscription?
Wait, Dick Smith has a subscription?
It has a subscription service. It's called First. You get free shipping. Yeah. Don't pay $60 on. Don't pay $60 shipping on your tradie energy drink. With First, you can get it for free.
Free shipping up to 55% off.
Nothing's free.
Okay.
I'll sell your dad.
Hey, I'm getting really fucking sick of this shit. I don't like. I mean, I get it to agree. It's the reason why subscription services exist is because they make more money off the subscription service than if were people to just buy it normally.
Troy, you know what you should do? A gacha game where it's a subscription base.
Ugh. They're all... I wish there was a gacha game that was subscription based. At least you'd get consistent stuff. So gacha games are worse.
Yeah.
They're pay to win. I don't understand anyone that would play pay to win stuff. Oh my goodness! But at least at least I can get my Brickberry tradie energy drink for 12 pack for 54. This is Prime. This is literally Prime. This it's Prime. They've just repackaged Prime. What the?
It's funny because
I only drink tradie.
Back in the day, there used to be a Dick Smith Vegemite, like a Dick Smith. There used to be a Dick Smith only drink.
Oh.
I mean, not drink, like a Vegemite spread, but I can't remember what it was called.
It's already bad enough that Prime exists. Now we've got tradie. Get your hydration from official tradie energy drinks. Every bricklayer has it.
Like I said, it's just their version of Prime, I guess.
I mean, hey, if people are
I've
buying
barely seen it.
If people are buying it, people are buying it. There's another one here called Rain. Total Rain, total body fluid. Okay. No, total body fuel, sorry.
Oh,
Get Rain, total body fuel.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I should. Oh my goodness, there's an energy drink called Pussy.
Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be?
Pussy, natural energy.
Natural ingredients.
You can buy it at bodybuilders.com. Not sponsored.
Ew. Imagining.
Oh no, you can't. It's just okay.
Soup.
Bodybuilders.com is just a Reddit type of website.
Oh.
Oh, but with a shop.
Oh.
It's got a shop.
Is it a soup shop?
I mean, if you consider a pre-workout soup, yes.
It's just soup. Protein soup. Protein shake soup.
I'm at the protein store.
It's just protein powder.
It's just protein.
There's more
Why
protein.
are you buying clothes at the
Go to
protein
the
store? I'm at soup. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Stop yelling at me.
So
but to get back on my initial point, I'm getting sick of like seeing subscription services.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like every online, I understand if it's like media because it costs money to produce stuff, but everything nowadays is supposedly subscription based. Like the other day, when we were at your place, and I was talking to you, and I said, "Oh, where can I watch the football game?" And you're like, you can watch it on KO.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there going, okay, why don't I just somehow program my phone, which I kind of already know why you can't do it, because phones and TVs have different waves.
Yes, different signals and all that
Different
stuff.
signal, yeah, that's right, different signals.
UHF or...
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting there going, okay, why can't I just have an app on my phone that'll play normal TV?
I just want normal TV.
I just want normal TV on my phone. Can I get normal TV, like old school what is it? Non-digital TV. Can I get what is it called? AC, AV, whatever. Can I get that on my phone? I just want to watch normal TV on my phone. Like I miss normal TV at this point.
I just want,
and I never thought I'd say that.
Regular TV.
I just want regular TV where I get a TV show and then 15 ads in a row for about 2 minutes, and then back to your regular scheduled broadcast. I don't want TV on demand, or at least give me the AFL games live for free. Why?
Normal radio. All the apps are annoying.
Yeah, well, normal radio. That's right. You can get normal radio still, though.
No, you can't.
I mean,
you can.
You can on the app ones do play normal radio, but yeah. Why do I have to play KO? Why do I have to get KO and have a subscription just to watch an AFL game? All right, I'm not going to do that if I'm only going to watch like one football game a couple of weeks or that.
You know what? I was so tempted to do an episode where we did a watch along of a football game.
Well, it's a good thing you have a KO account.
Correct. That's right.
Maybe I'll take yours or Christian's. I don't know.
Yeah, you're more than welcome. Because I'm not going to be using them very much anymore. Maybe. Well, the thing is now, because I've been watching a bit of WWE, because the storylines are actually getting really fun to watch because there's Aussies, there's Aussies involved.
At least you get more than just the football. I suppose that's an advantage. Yeah. At least you get all the other sports and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because I'd be sitting there going, like, I'd be annoyed if there was a subscription program like that and you only get AFL or something, or you only get this.
Your rant about subscription services, it's actually it's annoying me because there's so many competition now for subscription services stuff. Like, so for example, right, WWE, they're on KO. I can watch them on KO, but however, next year they're annoyingly going over to Netflix, and I don't want to get Netflix.
What's wrong with Netflix?
I just don't want Netflix.
I just want Netflix that tastes like real flicks. You should switch to Quick Flicks then.
Chick Flicks? No.
Do you know what Quick Flicks is?
What is Quick Flicks?
So Quick Flicks is the Australian version of Netflix.
Right.
It originally started as a DVD subscription program. So for people who lived out in the country, they could order a DVD and get it delivered to them and then sent back, right?
It's not very quick.
And then it moved on to, but when you live out in the middle of nowhere, right?
I suppose.
It's very convenient to go, I feel like watching this movie, in the next couple of days.
Yeah, correct.
Like I'll order it and they can deliver it to me and I can play the DVD. The only problem is they existed right as everything was transitioning to digital.
Yeah.
And they started doing Netflix was a thing in the US. And they started doing
Amazon
the same
started,
thing.
Though.
Yeah, they started doing the same thing as Netflix, but the problem is they didn't do it very well. They didn't corner the market, and everyone in Australia was already using VPNs and other things to get Netflix.
Yeah.
So they did they had a small window of opportunity to expand and become the Australian version of Netflix. But they didn't categorize. They didn't. What's the word I'm looking for? They didn't jump on it. They didn't jump on the opportunity.
They didn't take advantage.
Yeah, and then Netflix came to Australia, and you know what
capitalize.
they said? Capitalize. That's the word. They didn't capitalize on it. And then when Netflix came to Australia, you know what? Because news people asked them what they thought of that, and they said, you know what they said? Oh, we welcome the competition. And you know what happened to their stocks? Their stocks dropped. Like
they plummeted
straight, and they got removed from the stock market. That's how bad they are. I think they still exist, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
If they do exist, they're not doing well. I'm going to look it up. Quick Flicks.
I was listening to Hamish and Andy today, and Hamish used to work at Blockbuster or Video Easy, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying he was at a conference, like a little conference thing or something regarding video movies and stuff. And a guy was at the conference stood up and said, "There'd be no way you'll ever watch movies on the internet ever in the future. I promise you this." That guy, if only he knew. If only he knew.
All right, here we go. Initially established as an online digital retail company in 2003, QuickFlix launched online movie downloads in 2006 and their streaming service in 2011. By June of 2014, the company had more than 800,000 subscribers. So really not that many. Not very many. Although the first major streaming service to operate in Australia, QuickFlix quickly lost ground to much larger competitor Netflix, entering the market in 2015. And among others, the company entered voluntary administration early 2016. So they got fucked over because they did a shit job.
Sure did. Yeah.
And was relaunched later that year under new owners. After several more years of trading, QuickFlix was wound up in 2021.
Okay.
AKA
There you have
liquidation.
Good old liquidation.
Yeah, so they got blasted into oblivion. I wonder if the domain name is available.
What, QuickFlix?
Yeah, QuickFlix. I could open up an alternative YouTube called QuickFlix.
Yes, you could do that.
Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go to GoDaddy. GoDaddy. GoDaddy.
GoDaddy.com.
I spelled it Good Daddy.
GoDaddy.
Now it's God Daddy. Now it's God Day.
Okay, gosh. Okay.
Now it's Go Day. Now it's Go Daddy.
Daddy, let's go. Sounds like my daughter, actually. Daddy, let's go. Daddy, stand up. Yes. I'm just waiting upon your results.
I spelled QuickFlix wrong. Someone probably already bought it.
Jeez Louise.
All right, quickflix.com.au. $0.01.
Massive.
It's like 1 cent. Oh, man, am I tempted to buy that just to have it?
You too can own it with just 1 cent.
Quickflix.com.au. Exact match. Can I find quickflix.com?
Hardware store. No, that's not right.
Oh, I can get the premium TextFlix for .com.
TestFlix.
Registration required. I can get quickflix.io for $64.
Troy?
Yes.
Gamble responsibly.
Quickflix.co. Oh, here we go. Quickflix.com. 50 cents. That's not too bad.
What happened to quickflix.com?
I'm going to add that to my car for 50 cents. Continue.
Okay.
Full domain protection recommended. Why would I need domain protection?
I think we should probably wrap it up.
I think we should wrap it up. Maybe I'll buy quickflix.com.au.
Okay.
If YouTube can do it, I can do it better.
Yeah, because nothing stops me than capitalism.
Because think about it, if I was that company, I would have transitioned into something else, not just died in a cold, slow death.
Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
Yes. And the reason why I know about QuickFlix is because my mother's friend, or my mum told me about how her friend bought some stocks, and she said, "Oh, it's a good idea." And I looked at it and went, "That is a terrible idea because won't Netflix just come in and destroy it?" And I went, "You know what? All right, I'll put $200 into it, right?" And then when the shares dropped half price, within as soon as I heard Netflix was coming to Australia, I immediately sold my shares because I was like, I want my $150 back.
Yes,
I don't care if I'm $50 out. I want my money back.
I want my money.
My money? You're going to give me my money?
I'm happy.
What happened?
Yeah. I'll tell you what happened. I took the roof.
All right.
To shreds, you say?
That's right. All right. Thank you guys for watching, listening, and we'll see you all next time.
All right, I'm done.
Stay above average. That's not.
No. I mean, I could play that and then this.
Makes sense. He's so sad that the episode's ending.
That's it. All right, there's your outro.
I'm sure that'll do. See you next time.